Hi everyone, and welcome back to Beverly Stunning Creations. In this DIY, we are working on some Christmas DIYs that can actually be used through New Year's and throughout the winter. For the first DIY, we are going to make a lantern. I'm not going to use this gorgeous crystal candlestick holder that I picked up at Goodwill. Yes, isn't that beautiful? And I actually used one of these already in a previous DIY. If you want to see that, I'll link it below. Okay? And we have one of these glass jars from Dollar Tree, and I've already removed the label. So all I'm going to do is glue this right on top. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to use some E6000. Cheaper than Gorilla Glue. Got one back, unfortunately. I was called away from what I was doing, so this is the very next day, okay? So, again, I have my E6000. It has always been a really good adhesive. I just didn't like how strong it was, okay? And other warnings that you can find on the label. So I'm just gonna put some right here on top. I'm just gonna put this over, make sure that's in the center. Put some tape across it because I want to move it. I don't want to inhale the vapors while I'm working. This is to prevent it from sliding while I move it. So I'm going to move this to a different room and then come back. Okay guys, so moving right along. I have one of these bowls from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 4. You only need one. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this label and decorate it. So I have some mirror tile, and we're going to do 2 rows on these lines just going all the way around. I'm going to stop right here at the top and go all the way down. Well, maybe not all the way down. Yeah, just down to here. So it's going to take 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 rows. So I decided to put some diamond bling on each side. And I still need to put some here. Go back away and then just put it right beside the mirror. Super easy, anybody can do it. Cut it and then put some on the other side. Just like that. So now I'm gonna take a row and run it across the top, right here, and then around the bottom. And then press down. And now I'm going to put some here on these arches and then go around. And now I'll go around the bottom. And I'm using 2 rows. And just follow that pattern. I'll do the other side and then come back. Okay guys, so now that I have a new pack of rhinestones, I'm going to go ahead and add some right there to that circle. And I went ahead and pre-selected some here. Now whenever I use rhinestones, I like to use hot glue because other strong adhesive eats away the back and it'll make it clear and it won't be as brilliant. So keep that in mind whenever you're using rhinestones. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Use my rhinestone pickup tool. Put it right on top. And I'll link this tool in the description. I think I'll take a small one and put it there. Okay guys, so I went ahead and added a large stone here too. It's a little bit different than this one because it has a flat top. I went all the way around. And now with this design on top, I want to put a tiny stone to each one of those points. Okay, and I'll do that all the way around and then come back. Okay guys, so here's our decorative top. Now I'm not completely done, so I'm going to flip this over. And I have one of these Dollar Tree mirrors. And what I'm going to do is glue this inside here. So I'm just going to move it around until I think it's even. I'm going to put a patch of glue right behind each rhinestone so it's not so noticeable. how pretty it makes the top. Since we can see that mirror, that green color, I'm going to go ahead and put some bling over that all the way around, just to cover that up, because that's an eyesore to me. So once we do that, I'll come back and put our finishing touch on the top. So I'm back. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I covered the mirror, and now let's put a finial on top. And I'm just going to use this knob for our finial. So I'm going to take some E6000 and put it right around the bottom of the finial. Put it right in the middle. Turn it. Just put a piece of tape on top just to hold it in place. Now, let's let this baby dry. Okay guys, so here I have a piece of paper, and I have it down because I'm going to take one of these bowls from Dollar Tree and paint it silver. Now, I could spray paint it silver, but I don't have any silver spray paint. And because I still have plenty of this silver metallic acrylic paint, I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to dip my brush inside and paint it silver. Now there's no reason to watch me paint the whole thing, but you get the picture. So I'm going to do that on both sides and then come back. Guys, so back to our ribbon. This is what it looks like. You can still see the designs in it a little bit, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do with this is take some of my Wicked Stick It. And guys, this stuff is really amazing. And I'll link it below because I do have a discount code. And I'm going to brush some Wicked Stick It on here. I think I want to go with the back first. And then I'll give it a few minutes to let it get tacky. And then I'm going to sprinkle some glitter on top. And that's what I'm going to do to the front as well. So I'm going to allow it to dry, and then I'll flip it over and do this side as well. Okay guys, so I'm back to my bow. Alright, so what I did off camera is I sprayed it with some of this Got To Be hairspray to seal the glitter so it does not sprinkle everywhere. Okay. And then I took some of my Wicked Stick It, used a brush, and just trimmed out wherever I wanted to add some bling, just like this. Because it's going to be hard for it to stick without this extra adhesive. You can use Mod Podge too, but it won't stick as fast or as easy. Okay guys, so I'm back. As you know, the camera died. So I went ahead and just completed it off camera. And it's simple. I just put the bling on top of the Wicked Stick It. And here's what it looks like. And I also added some glitter on the inside of the bow too. Okay? Now, I'm not done decorating my bow. I have this left over from a previous DIY. And I just want to take the leaves off of it. Just cut it right off. And what I'm going to do is glue these on the inside just to accent the bow even more. Okay, so I'm just going to take some glue, put it on the back of the stem, and then press it up against the bow. Same thing with this one. I think I want it to lay a little bit flatter. I have some really large rhinestones, and I think I want to put one right in the center. Okay, now let's move this aside. Back to our lantern base. Off camera, I went ahead and trimmed the base with one row of bling. Now I'm going to take 2 rows and go around here. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my bow, put some hot glue on the back. And I want it to be high. Just like that. Finally, here's the top. And here's our completed lantern. So I'm going to add a candle on the inside, light it up, and let you guys see what it looks like on display. And here's my completed Dollar Tree lantern. I use string lights to light it up because unfortunately, I do not have any of the Dollar Tree LED lights available. I really love the way it turned out, and I will be using it along with my snowman in my Christmas display. Okay guys, so moving on to DIY number 2. Here I have some beautiful glassware that I picked up from the antique market and Goodwill. And what I'm going to do with these is make them into a snowman. And I'm going to add lights. You don't have to add lights, but I'm going to give you that option. Okay guys, so let's move this stuff aside. This is going to be our base. Here I have a brand new box of string lights. And this is how they come. So I'm going to take one of my string lights and put them in the base of my snowman. So I have to unravel it. Finally, I have them unraveled. So what I want to do now, instead of just putting these in here like that, I want to add like a spiral. So I'm just going to take this bottle and create a spiral. Let's go ahead and check our lights to make sure that they work. Okay. And now let's just take the lights and put them on the inside. And they're just going to spiral around on the inside of the glass in different directions, and that's what you want. We're going to leave about that much hanging out. Okay guys, so I have my UV light, and I'm going to take a little bit of UV resin and lock this down in place. Now you can use a hot glue gun as well. So let's move that aside. And now we're going to take this part, and we're going to add string lights to this one as well. So let me just get this unraveled and then come back. Okay guys, so I have unraveled my lights. Now check them to make sure that they work. And what I'm going to do now is just randomly glue this inside the cup. Alright, just in a few different places. Make sure that I put some at the bottom of the cup. And again, I'm just going around and around, just different places, and locking down the wire. I'm just going to wrap this and then just put it inside. We want it to have that spiral. Now I'm just going to lock this down right here. Have our little cup that's lit up. Let's move this here. So now this is the back of my snowman, and this is the midsection to my snowman. So it's going to go on here like this. Okay, I might need to use some of my resin to lock this down. So I'm just trying to see exactly where it hits. So I'm going to take my E6000 and put it where it's touching the bottom piece. Let me make sure that she's even. Okay guys, so I'm going to let this sit undisturbed for about an hour, and then I'm going to come back and add some UV resin to lock it down even. Okay guys, so I'm back. Let's go ahead and move this here. I have another set of string lights, and I have this bowl, and I've already created my spiral. I'm going to go ahead and put my lights on the inside. Okay, let's put our light over here. I'm going to lock this down on the outside. Just a little drop. Next up, I have this piece here. I'm not sure what it is. I found it at Goodwill. I was looking for something that would look like a scarf for my snowman, and I found two of these. I think that's going to work out fine. So what I'm going to do is glue this on top of here. It won't be completely flush in the back because of that little bit of wire, but it's not going to make much of a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue all the way around the rim. Now you have the opening, but I want to put it on top. I don't want to put it in the cavity. So let's set this right in the middle. Make sure the light still works. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock this down with some tape. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry for a while, and then we'll come back and move on to the next. So I'm back, and now it's time for us to glue this on top. Now I have all of my battery packs in the back, and because of how this is, I'm going to have to put the glue right inside the ring. I'm going to be generous, so I'm going to take some more of my E6000. It sounds so funny saying that instead of saying Gorilla Glue. And put it right inside that rim. Guys, do not use fix-all glue for this, please. Fix-all glue is not for pieces like this, so do not use fix-all glue. You guys see how the snowman is coming together? So cute. Once this sits up for a while, I'll come back and add our hat. Isn't that pretty? Alright guys, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so back to our snowman or snow lady, it's up to you. they have on a really decorative sweater, right? But I'm going to flip this over and use some of my UV resin to secure it a little bit more. Okay guys, so moving on to our hats. I'm gonna make sure the inside is cleaned out. I have another set of string lights. Let me check them and make sure that they work. Yep. Oh, and I went ahead and put the spiral on the wire. So now let's just stuff it down inside the hat. Okay, this is gonna be the back because of that line right there. So let's go ahead and lock that down. Guys, so now it's time for us to glue our head on top. Now to make sure that it stays in place, I will have to add some tape. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of my masking tape, put it on the top of my head. And let's see where I need to add the glue. I need to add the glue right in here. I'm being generous because I want this to stay. Yeah, I want the hat to lean just a little. Yeah, just a little. I like to tilt. Okay, just like that. So now I will allow the glue to set up and then we'll come back to it. Now let me introduce you to the star of the show. My gorgeous, light up, crystal, blingy snowman. I feel like I want to give him a name, but I can't think of one, so please comment a name for my new snowman. And if I choose your name for my snowman, I'll give you a $10 gift card to Amazon. And guys, I'm super duper happy with my snowman. I think I found the perfect pieces to create him. Now as for the battery packs, I just simply glue them to the back of my snowman. Comment below if this is something that you plan to make. Okay everyone, this concludes my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.